WAOH is brought to you in part by Ohio's #1 trusted real estate team, The Young Team. Online at theyoungteam.com.
Today I am talking with Tameka Hale. She is the Executive Director of Pregnancy Solutions. Tameka, how are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you for coming on the show and chatting with us. Tell me a little bit about yourself first and how you became the Executive Director of Pregnancy Solutions.
That's a cool story.
Yeah.
I was in banking for a lot of years.
Okay.
I heard about this position on Moody Radio. I was listening to the radio. Wasn't sure what I heard. Was not familiar with pregnancy centers or the work that they do.
Right.
And I sent an email and I said, I'm very interested in this, and I got a response that sits in your resume. If you review the job description, you're still interested. So I reviewed the job description, sent my resume, and I said, I'd like to have a conversation. Had a conversation about a week and a half later, and they offered me the job within 3 weeks. And so it was very new. I completely changed careers. And
yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like
so I went from working in banking to going to nonprofit, which is very different. For me.
Yes, but meant to be,
yes,
because now
definitely.
You're here doing this work. So tell me about Pregnancy Solutions. Tell me all of the different things that you guys offer, because I think a lot of people, when they think of a pregnancy center, they may kind of think of it as one thing in a little box, but I know that it's a lot more.
Yes,
so
we are a pregnancy resource center. We're in Coventry Township.
Okay.
So we have a medical piece, and then we have the social services piece where we support our moms and our dads with material goods. So diapers, wipes, formula, maternity clothes for some moms, baby clothing, coats. This winter, we partnered with the state of Ohio and we did coats for kids. We did Operation Warm. So we, aside from the medical piece where we do first trimester ultrasounds, we run pregnancy tests, we do a 5-panel STI testing for our clients, and all of this is at no cost to them. And so on the other side of that, I thought that hopefully we could expand into Well Women Care. And so this year we just launched the first Monday in April, our Well Women's program, where we offer breast and cervical breast and pap exams for our mamas who have never had a breast exam or a cervical or a pap smear. So
I feel like that is just such important work. I was even just sharing with you earlier that I had put off my mammogram a little bit because of not having insurance. And every woman should have access to this healthcare that they need to have. And so I just think that it's such important work. I'm so thankful that you guys are doing that. And we're going to put up that information so that anyone who needs any of those tests done, they can come and see you guys. Really, really important. Why is it important to you to do this?
So this work is important to me first because I was initially a single mom.
Okay.
So I understand what that struggle can be when you're a single mom and you're not sure of the partnership or the support from your community and your family.
Yeah.
Secondly, I am a breast cancer survivor, and I was diagnosed with precancerous fibroids.
Okay.
So in turn, I understand the importance of us taking care of ourselves, not just with maternal health, but also just as women, we need to be physically well. Yes.
Absolutely. And so you shared a little bit about where you're located, but share a little bit more about the location, and can people just walk in? Do they need to make appointments? That kind of thing.
So we do a combination of both, right? We never want to turn anyone away. So we are walk in. We ask that you schedule appointments. There are days where we're absolutely booked, right?
Right.
So we ask that you call and schedule an appointment. We are on Manchester Road. So busy, right across from Acme, just a busy location. We also have a medical mobile unit that goes out into the community. So for the moms that cannot get to us, do not know where we're located, we go to them. And so we try to do that one by appointment. But if there's a knock on the door, we're going to take that knock on the door and see how we can serve them.
That is amazing. Can you elaborate a little bit on the medical mobile unit? What kinds of things are all the services offered there, or is it just certain things?
So the ultrasounds, pregnancy tests, STI testing, all offered on the medical mobile unit. The Well Women visits, they have to come to the center for. And so we try to do our best to get them there. If they can't, then we can put our nurse manager, our nurse practitioner, she's a certified nurse midwife.
There we go.
We can get her on the mobile if it absolutely is necessary. necessary.
Okay.
So we try to serve. We want them to come into the center for the well women visits, but if our nurse midwife has to go out, then she will go out on the medical unit to provide that service as well. So anything that we do in center, they can have done medically on mobile. If they need the material goods support, then they come to us and we'll help them with those inside the center.
That's
So
amazing.
it's great to be able to do 2 locations and one is mobile. It helps us serve more people in the community.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of that, could you think of a story? And of course, you don't have to share anyone's names or anything, of just someone that's been impacted by the center.
Oh my goodness. I have tons.
I'm sure you have a million. Yeah. Can you think of one that just comes to your mind? Yeah.
So right now we are experiencing a lot of generational clients. So we service mom, and now we're servicing their daughters, and some we're servicing granddaughters. So one story in particular, mom was kind of frantic, because her daughter's pregnant and they don't have insurance, right? And so it's where can we go that will not require us to pay anything and that we can get the care that we need. And so she came in, she brought her daughter in, and she said, I came to you guys like 15, 16 years ago with one of her other children. And we were able to provide the service for both of them. So her daughter is now taking advantage of the classes that we offer and all the services that we have. So it's good for us to know that we have provided not only service for one client, but that it's living on. And so those clients are remembering to refer us and bring their family and friends to us.
Yeah. Well, we didn't chat about classes. So what classes do you guys offer? It sounds like that's a whole nother thing.
It's a whole other thing that we do. So parenting classes, we start off with things as basic as baby safety, one-on-one parenting. So what do I need to know if this is my first time or I haven't had a baby in 15 years? So
important.
Yes. So we have partners that come in that do lactation consulting. We have a doula that comes in. And the blessing for us is we're kind of unique from some pregnancy resource centers because we do have a nurse midwife and she can walk them through like what different births look like. So she's done home births, she's done hospital births. So she's been a nurse midwife for a very long time and she's so skilled at what she does. So she teaches our classes. She facilitates our classes. Her name is Rhonda. Rhonda is a facilitator for
Shout out to Rhonda.
Shout out to Rhonda because she is wearing so many hats there with doing the well women visits, being the nurse midwife, and being able to teach the classes and be practical in her knowledge and really just be able to help our clients that have questions with all the things that come with parenting. So our parenting classes cover financial, just how to be healthy financially, spiritual health, how to be healthy. So we want to make sure you're in totality that you're healthy and not just mom and baby. We want to make sure that the family's healthy.
How important, because I mean, truly parenting is just like one of the only jobs where you're, here you go, figure it out, right? And we need the community. Yes. We need people to come around us and say, hey, I can help you. Yes. I've been through this. I know how to do this XYZ and I can give you information. And so it's wonderful that you guys are offering those classes as well for people who need them. So great. How can people find you? Tell us your website, social media, ways that they can connect with you guys.
So on Facebook, we are Preg Solutions.
Okay.
On our website is pregsolutions.org. We are also pregnancysolutions.life. So we have 2 separate websites, one for our donors and one for our clients. And so they can find us on either one of those. They'll link to each other. And then PSS Friends is also one of our websites. Is our Facebook. So,
and then obviously as a nonprofit, you always have needs.
Yes.
And so you mentioned people can be donors.
Yes.
Share if you do have needs outside of that. Of course, we want people to donate.
Yes.
We need that money financially. Do you need volunteers? Share a little bit more about that.
So we definitely can use volunteers right now. It's just a weird time where people are just having different challenges, health, all those things. And so we are always looking to build our volunteer base. We have jobs as simple as coming in and changing light bulbs. So maintenance, light maintenance, gardening. So if someone wants to come in that's their passion, they want to garden, they can do that. We have the baby boutique, which we keep stocked. We have volunteers in there, but if there's someone that wants to come and work the baby boutique just for an hour or so, that helps to bring up all of the inventory that we get in. And so there's any area you can think of, bookkeeping, finance, we can use a volunteer. And so it's helpful if someone just wants to give a little bit of their time or a lot of their time, we'll take it. Donations, of course, monetary donations are always welcome. And then we take material donations. So parents that have used us before will bring back some of their goods to us so that we can, again, bless another family with them.
Great. Lots of ways for the community to get involved, and even as little or as much as they want. And I love that too. So thank you, Tameka Hale, Executive Director of Pregnancy Solutions. Appreciate having you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys so much for watching on Good Morning Akron. It was a great show. Make sure you stay tuned. We've got more great stuff coming up next.